So this your boy Cadero Berry. I'm on home time, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, giving a little insight. Um, no, I do not work with the U.S. Express anymore, but I get a lot of people, questions about it's a scam. You know what I mean? Well, if that's what you think, then I can't stop your opinion. But lease purchase is lease purchase. You know what I mean? There's the pros and cons to a lease purchase. To some, it's a scam. To some, it's a it's a gateway. It's something, a stepping stool. It's something that you can do to move to the next level. You know what I mean? If you're lease purchasing, that means that in your mind, okay, I want to own this truck one day or a truck, right? Um, okay, so the pros and cons. Okay, yeah, you gotta think about this. Now these trucks are running anywhere between about, you know, new trucks, you know what I'm saying, 160,000. New Volvos and stuff like that, 100, 200,000, you know what I'm saying, after all your, interest and everything. It's big boy trucks. So at the end of the day, this is a company that is financing or whatever way they're doing it. They're letting you lease this truck until you pay it off or whatever, however it goes, you know what I mean? That's why you look at the contract. On faith, you're getting a truck that's going to make you good money. Good money. Especially if you own that truck, you know what I mean? I mean, if you can't afford to go out and put $10,000 down on a truck, then yes, lease purchase is for you. Now, for those who saying, well, hey, it's a scam, okay, well, you take $20,000 and $10,000 and you go put down on the truck and you let me know how that work out for you. But I don't think the average person is running around here with $10,000 off the rip. I wasn't. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I did the lease purchase with U.S. Express. It was good. Hollywood Stacks, I respect your comment, my man. I'm not dishing you anyway, you know what I mean? It's your opinion. But, I mean, as far as U.S. Express, on the dollar accounts, you won't walk home with no $800 check. If you walk home with $800 check, you ain't doing something right. Only on the dollar accounts. You should gross over 4,000. And there's no balloon payment with the U.S. Express lease purchase if you're doing it through U.S. Express. Now, if you go through TEL, yes, you will have a balloon payment, a very, very big balloon payment. But there are ways to get past the balloon payment. People don't know. How do you get past the balloon payment? Well, how when I get finished with this contract, or I do 4 years into this contract, and I've been making all these payments on time and stuff like that. Well, you got no choice because it's coming out of check. But they've been taking all these payments out of my settlements on my, you know what I mean? So now I got this big balloon payment of $40,000. Well, okay, this is how you do this. And then this is in a perfect world, or however you want to finesse it. But if legitimately you want to get that balloon payment taken care of, okay, you got 4 years, 4 years of working, or 4.5 years, depending on how long the contract is, to come up with that $40,000. So with jobs like U.S. Express or whoever else that does lease and stuff like that, you got options to take out additional monies out of your statement every week, and you can take it out by the cents. Okay, I want to take out 5 cents a mile and put it to the side. If you're running your miles, it adds up. It helps. So just if you say, okay, I'm taking 5 cents a mile off out, and I want to go to a different account, I don't want to touch it. U.S. Express will take that 5 cents a mile out and put it into another account of your choice. It will not touch it, and you can do what the heck you want to do with it. Legitimately, you want to take it and say, "Oh, I got some things going on. I want to spend it." You can spend it. It is your choice. But say within that 4 years, however much you take out per mile, however much you put back for that balloon payment, boom, you got $15,000, $20,000, or the whole 14,000, 40,000. I'm sorry, or whatever the balloon payment is. But if you're consistently bringing in 2,400 a week, there is no reason why you can't take something back. You pay your taxes, okay, you pay your taxes. There's ways to finesse that, you know what I mean? You don't need to tax the whole 2,200 that you get. Technically, I'm not supposed to tell you that. I'm not giving advice on taxes. I'll make that clear. But there's ways to get beyond that and taxing so much because you're running a business now, so you can, write so much off in expenses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, lease purchase, there's pros and cons to it. You can do exactly what you want to do with a lease purchase. You can get the truck and you can pay the truck off. It's not always good. I mean, you got to look at the company here. They going to take the upper hand in this because they know you want a truck, right? They know that you don't got $10,000 and $5,000 or on credit. When you go through these financing companies and stuff like that, they're going to want to have good credit and they're going to want you to put down some money on that truck. You can't go and put $1,000 down on a $200,000 truck. That ain't no dent. You know what I mean? You got to put some of the risk inside the truck out of your money instead of all their money. So you're going to have to put the initial down payment on that $200,000 dang on truck. They're going to want that 5% or 10% or whatever it is percentage down on that truck out of your money and a good credit score. For the benefit of these other companies, the truck might cost more. They might be charging you so much per week. It's kind of like this. Let's go to the real world right quick. All right, you in town, you want to buy a car. For the average person that got good credit, you can go to Hendra, you know what I'm saying, whatever car dealership, so-and-so, it don't matter. Carrottfield, doggone car dealership that sell luxury cars. They're going to want you to do a credit check. And if your credit ain't right, you might not even get approved. You might need a co-signer, or they might just send you out the door and say we can't help you. Or your deposit going to be high, real high. Or you go to buy here, pay here. So when you go to a buy here, pay here place, then you look at it like, okay, they not going to run my credit, right? So if they ain't going to run your credit, and then you still got to put down a nice little chunk, right? So where you would do that credit check with good credit and get that car, you know what I mean, all based off of your credit, based off the ability that they know that you're going to do right, you get it for $1,500 down. Buy here, pay here, you have to put half of the car down, right, in order to ride off the lot with it, because they know that your credit is not good. And that's how things are. When companies know they have the upper hand, when they know that you really need, they play on that. But at the end of the day, some people call it a blessing, some people call it a curse, but it's all reality. It's about what you really need. It's about what you're going to do to get where you need to go. I look at U.S. Express as a stepping stool. It's a good company, but ultimately, if you're owning your own business, you want to own your own business, okay? You run under somebody else's authority. You still technically got to do what they tell you to do, right? but it's a tool, avenue, or arsenal, or whatever you want to use, whatever word you want to use to get you where you need to go. The next step. The next step is what? I want to own this truck. After that, I want to get my own authority. After that, what I want to do, I want to get another truck. I want to start a little fleet with 2 or 3 trucks. And that's how you do it. Lease purchase can be the way. Some companies, maybe like US Express and Swift, I think too. I'm not sure. But some companies allow you to start a fleet under their authority, where you can lease a truck and then lease another truck under their authority and lease another truck and put drivers inside of those trucks of your choosing, but of their regulations, because they still have to go through Swift's, hiring process, because they are working under their authority. Their name is, ultimately up there, and they take a lot of risks with you driving under their name. So ultimately, if they get hired through Swift, they get hired through Swift, but they're gonna be driving your truck because you started a fleet under them. So, and that's how some people start their business. And after they get them trucks paid off, hey, you know what I mean? If you got people running under you and stuff like that, you didn't gotta pay them top dollar. You pay them reasonable, fair, firm consistency, and they might like it. Boom, there's your business. So in a perfect world, I mean, that's how about as raw as it can pretty much get. You know what I mean? You can't take it no other way. But I just wanted to give this, to everybody, and let everybody know, these purchases is not always bad. It's not always good. If you can't handle it, you can't handle it. You know what I mean? And some people can't handle it. And I ain't trying to make this video real long, but I'm just talking to y'all, giving you a little bit of insight for everybody out there. This is not just with US Express lease purchase. This is lease purchase, period, with any company. There's some companies, you got to look at the contract. Some of the deals are decent. Some of the deals are outrageous. But at the end of the day, if you're disciplined enough and you keep your mind set and you go out there and run, you can do what you need to do. You don't have to run as an owner op like a company driver. You don't have to go out there and run like a champ, you know what I mean? You run according to your pockets. You run according to your lifestyle. If your lifestyle, entitles you to make at least $1,800 a week, well, then you need to run so that you're ensuring yourself that your family is bringing in $1,800 a week. If that's what your lifestyle is, you might be got some other stuff that you into, bills, cars. You might be like stuff. You just got to have that extra income. If your lifestyle is under means and all you need is $1,000 a week, then you don't have to run as hard. You might can do 2 or 3 runs and be good. And I'm not talking to US Express people, because if you're on the dollar account, you are still pretty much forced dispatch. They only give you like 2 or 3 of them that you can pretty much, deny those loads or something like that, and you will be booted after that. You'll be riding over the road, making $1 on the mile. No good. So, but for the other lease drivers out there who just driving on the road, yeah, for that particular purpose, you ride according to how your lifestyle is. If you live under means, you don't have to worry about a thing. You just run a couple runs and come home because you made your $1,000 that make you happy. You home with your family, and that means that you're home for more than just a reset. You might be home 3-4 days out of the week. Take your little run out, run back, make your money to pay your truck payment, stuff like that. You're good. That's how I run. People say, well, how you run? That's how I run. I got tired of forced dispatch. Right now, I'm with Schneider on the IC load board. This is good. I mean, It's a job. I like the fact that it is lease purchase. I have not done a lot of lease purchase for everyone that's out there. It's only been US Express, and I just came over to Snyder because I want to be home more often. I want to really be my own boss. So, and this entitles you to be your own boss because you're running off the load board. You pick your loads, you go do the loads, and you go home when you want to go home. Period, point blank. As long as you cover your truck payment and everything else, there's no problem. So you are just like a champ, you know what I mean? Like the champ, you know what I mean? You just do what you want to do. It gives you an opportunity to spend a little bit more time with your family. But it all depends on what kind of truck you get, you know. Um, I think with Schneider they do like a do credit check or something like that. But for the most part, if you're getting a Freightliner, then you're good with deposits. So you can just pretty much get a Freightliner, any Freightliner, old or 2019, no matter, you get that one for free. But you want to start riding K Dub status and stuff like that, you want to start putting some money down on the bad boys probably. But that's me right now. That's what I left USA Express for. I'm running IC with Schneider. Trucks are ungoverned. You are good to go and ride. They just ask that you keep it under about 80. You know what I mean? I think there is a camera, but I don't really know if it's activated or not. I think it was just, I don't know. But it's faced on the outside. There's no camera on the inside of the truck. They don't monitor you or nothing like that. You do what you want to do. They even advise that you get a little dash camera for the road and stuff like that. So I think it was just built in the trucks that they're getting. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of this because it's been too long now. Y'all have a good one.